Alright, so today I'll be showing you guys a really simple, beginner-friendly prompt that can help you find the perfect business idea for your specific skills or niche. So it's super simple. If you guys want the prompt, you can get it from the description of the video or the pinned comment. Once you have it, you simply just paste it into ChatGPT like so. And it's a pretty long prompt, but I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. It basically states, "You are my business idea strategist. Your job is to help me find the best business idea based on my skills, experience, interests, resources, goals, and realistic path to getting customers." It goes into a bunch of other stuff, but like I said, you can go through it yourself. It is super beginner friendly, ready to use, and all you have to do is hit enter. So once you paste it in and hit enter, it'll process for a bit, and next it's going to ask you a series of questions. As we see here, it's states, "What skills, experience, hobbies, or knowledge do you have?" So I'm going to go ahead and answer these series of intake questions super quickly. Then I'll show you what they are, what I responded, and then what the final results are, so you guys get an idea of how this works. Alright, so I went ahead and answered the intake. So the first question asked was, "What skills, experience, hobbies, or knowledge do you have?" I replied with, "I am a digital artist and I've been drawing for 20 years and I know how to animate." It then asked, "What types of work do you enjoy or find easy compared to most people?" I just said arts and anything crafty. And take note, I'm just answering this to give some sort of general idea of something some people might do and see the way it would respond for something that's, pretty niche like arts and digital art. So we see here, "What problems have you solved for yourself or others using art, animation, or crafting skills?" I said none. Then asked, "What kind of business do you want?" with a variety of options. I went ahead and said not sure to see what it will create for me. Next, it asks, "What matters most right now? Fast cash, long-term income, etc." I just said long-term income, as if I'm trying to create a long-term business. It then asks, "What resources do you have right now? Include your time per week, budget, tools, software, audience, network, etc." I said I have 20 hours a week free and all the digital materials. I have a TikTok with 50,000 followers and a Twitch with 10,000, but for things outside of art. Then it asks, "What do you refuse to do? Include any platforms, industry, business models, or sales methods you do not want me to use." I said nothing specific because I'm not even sure what it's going to suggest for us right now. Then it asked, "What income goal are you aiming for in the next 3 to 6 months?" And I just said as high as possible, like anyone would. So then it actually goes ahead and starts to create your skill to business map. So strongest monetizable skills, it goes with our experience, the digital illustration, animation, visual creativity skills. And then it tells us our most realistic customers. Your strongest customer group is streamers, VTubers, gaming creators, YouTubers, and other personality-based creators who want their channel to look distinctive. There's an established marketplace for this. VGen specifically targets VTubers, streamers, and content creators. And it goes into depth as to what we can do with our skills to actually create a business. So we see here problems you're qualified to solve. So for instance, I can help creators who have generic looking branding and need recognizable mascot characters, or for any of these types of things, like for instance, emotes, alerts don't have the artistic ability to create their own visual artistry or visual identity. And then the business models that fit you, and it tells us, so the strongest fit is a productized creative service, digital products, and recurring creator packages. And it tells us what a weak fit would be. So for instance, if we just did Fiverr commissions or random print-on-demand designs, it wouldn't be the greatest thing. So it tells us the fastest money path and the long-term scalable path. So custom creator packages is the fastest way to do this. Long-term scalable is to build reusable stream asset packs, animated emote packs, creator templates, character mascot systems, and all kinds of different stuff. Then it gives us our 10 business ideas that we can actually entertain and take a look at. And it tells us all of the details between each of them. So it tells us, for instance, the idea, creator visual identity studio. It tells us the customer of who we'd be actually doing selling to, what we would be selling, and it gives us a list of the top 10, the startup, how much it would be costing, very low. And then the first dollar spend, first dollar speed, how fast that we can actually earn our first dollar, and it ranks them as well. The amount of upside, it ranks them as well. And then we get the main risk, and we can go over each of them and then pick which one makes the most sense. Then it says the easiest validation for each. It gives us a breakdown as to what we should look for to make sure it's working, and if it's not, when to pivot. We get a scorecard, which it's basically giving a ranking for each of these things for different things like the skill fit, urgency, pay, reach, launch, cost, competition, differentiation, scale, risk, etc., with a total. And it can go down, create rankings, and basically break down exactly what we could be doing and why we'd be doing it, and telling us which one has the most upside and fits our specific characteristics. So we see here we also have a 7-day validation plan that this prompt creates, telling us what we can do to actually see if there's even hope in the niche of a business that we're trying to create here. Then we get 10 customer research questions in the case we wanted to see whether or not this would work out. Once again, we can see like what part of your channel's branding are you least happy with, or have you ever paid someone for custom artwork, and then testing the water to see if there's actually demand. And then there's also demand test posts where we can do posts on our platforms to see if there's demand and then pivot accordingly if things don't work out. That's why it gives us a variety of business ideas to find the one that fits us best. Gives us a bunch of different outreach messages, 3 offer angles that you can test, validation pass or fail metrics that we can utilize, first 1 to 5 customers to test as well, and the final business blueprint. Then from here, all you really have to do is tell it which one you want to go with, and it'll help you start building. You can tell it, I want to build the emote package one, and then it'll start doing that. And from there, you're pretty much good to go, and it'll walk you through the path to earning money in the quickest way possible for your specific niche and skill set. So it's that simple. Once again, if you guys want to get the prompt, you can steal it from the description of the video or the pinned comment, copy it, hit paste into ChatGPT, hit enter, answer all of those intake questions as descriptively and honestly as possible, and then you'll be pretty much good to go and on your way to earning your first dollar with your new business. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.